Greetings, dear ones. I am Kryon of Magnetic Service. That which you call God, that creative source, the goodness, beauty, majesty that is God, knows your name, knows where you sit right now. So many on the planet want to separate you from the glory of the Creator, saying that you cannot attain this or attain that. The Creator is not in a vacuum and knows about you, this tour, what you're thinking on this planet, what's going on, all of the things. Because there is so much love for you. God is love. And whatever you think about your ability to attain perhaps some height of consciousness so that you can be part of that which is the creative source, you're there at the level that God created you in His image. And that image is not the image on a piece of paper of God. The image is a metaphor. It's an image of strength. It's an image of love, an image of knowing, of light, created in His image. You are. This particular channeling, not long, but something I want you to think about. The histories that some of you will study in these days. Profound, elegant, beautiful. Mysteries abound, and so do truths. A race that lasted more than any other race lasted this long, doing what it was doing with this amount of technology. A lot of technology, more than you think. And the technology wasn't necessarily in devices. It was in how they thought. But as much as you would study all of them, and as much as you would learn, and as grand of a history as it is, there's another record. An esoteric one, which we call the Akashic record. That record is of you, the humans on the planet, a system that has cycles. Why would there not be cycles in a spiritual system when there are cycles and patterns in every other system you study? It doesn't all stop with God. The cycle is you returning and giving life again to this planet with your consciousness. Returning over and over, perhaps even longer than the history of Egypt. And you sit here, many of you, as old souls, having gone through the school of earth many, many times. And here you sit. If we could study you and your history at this moment, what would they find? They would find that the old soul knows about things of light, has experienced enough darkness and duality, and what I will call cosmic law, to know the difference between light and dark. To start a process where consciousness raises more than it ever has on the planet, to a point where it can recognize perhaps that it doesn't want to go backwards ever. Perhaps that it will recognize in mass that it doesn't want another war ever. Perhaps collectively, so many countries, so many cultures coming together would raise up and say, not anymore. That we're headed for another kind of earth, and the old souls, like the ones in this room, have had experience over and over. And they know about the darkness, and they know about war. They know about what the difference is between light and pseudo-light. the things that perhaps you were told are light, and they really aren't. You know the difference, dear ones, because there's a record in you that no historian could ever memorize, because you've seen it all. And that's who I sit in front of now. I want you to think about this during a tour, that when you're in certain temples that perhaps slope upwards a little bit and have certain chambers arranged a certain way, and you see similarities of that over and over in temple and temple, you know you're dealing with those who built it, who had the idea of what light is and what it might be like to sit before God. Because that is your privilege, your lineage as human beings, dear ones, carrying your own temple today with you. There are similarities, more than you think, between the ancients and you today. You have an awareness that they did about certain kinds of things that have had to wait for thousands of years to return. Take that and the chambers in it with you. You are going to be the light of this planet, you and the others who right now are deciding what they want on earth. And it's different from anyone's idea of what might happen. Temple. This is the shift, and you are here in it. The history that you will study, very telling. There are a lot of things hiding in it. So intuit things, perhaps as you touch the columns or see the writings as they talk about light. I am Kryon, in love with humanity. This is the first channel in Egypt. I'll be back. And so it is.